So let's discuss the most anticipated games of 2019, and in this video we're going to be discussing the most pre-ordered games of E3. So this list that you're about ready to see are games that are being pre-ordered right after E3, so keep that in mind. So some of these games already came out, or B, they're relatively coming out soon, so keep that in mind. Again, this list is a list of video games that are being pre-ordered right after E3, and these are the top 10 most pre-ordered games right after E3. So let's discuss this. Now I'm gonna go from 10 to 1. I'm gonna go backwards. So at number 10 we have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Of course, that game already dropped. And then we do have Super Mario Maker 2 at 9, which is coming out this week. And then we have 8 Gears 5, 7 Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, 6 Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, 5 Borderlands 3, 4 Cyberpunk 2077, 3 Final Fantasy VII Remake, 2 Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then at number 1 we do have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. What's really interesting about the most pre-ordered games right after E3 is the fact that you can clearly see Call of Duty Modern Warfare is sitting right at number 1. It's even beating things like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cyberpunk, Borderlands, Link's Awakening. So, and you can see this list has some flat out fantastic games, and for Call of Duty Modern Warfare to be the most pre-ordered game right after E3 is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't think anybody on planet Earth is going to disagree with me there, because this is absolutely nutty. Who would have thought in a million years the next Call of Duty would be the most pre-ordered game right after E3? Who would have thought that? Because looking at this list, there's definitely games that definitely stomp all over Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, you still practically know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a shooter, a military shooter, and even though there's different mechanics each and every year, they don't change all that much, and you still know what to expect. It's a military first-person shooter. I thought more people would be excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cyberpunk 2077, Borderlands 3. You can see there's just so many games on this list that are really high quality, and for Call of Duty Modern Warfare to be the number 1 most pre-ordered game after E3 really does show you the hype building around the next Call of Duty. When it comes to the next Call of Duty, I am kind of surprised, but then at the same time, I'm not surprised that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is actually number 1, because there is so many people excited for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the one that's coming out this year, not the one that came out in 2007, and not the one that came out a couple years ago with the remake of the original from 2007, the one that's coming out in 2019, the next Call of Duty, which is Modern Warfare. It's pretty crazy stuff, but I can admit from that trailer that we did see from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I can flat out agree that that game does actually look really amazing, and it's the first Call of Duty for quite some time that actually has a lot of people excited, and it definitely looks like they're going into the direction of more realistic. Overall, it just gives off better vibes, and I think a lot of people like this game for another reason. I think one reason so many fans are excited for the next Call of Duty Modern Warfare, is the fact that this game is set in modern days. It's not trying to be futuristic, which I know so many people of the Call of Duty series hate futuristic games. Me, myself, I'm not really too big of a fan of all those weird mechanics as well, like jetpacks, running on walls, just all these weird mechanics that makes it futuristic, and a lot of people just don't like that. I think majority of people who play Call of Duty or shooters don't like futuristic shooters. I think more people either like World War shooters back in the day, or they like modern shooters, and since this is going to be another take on the modern era, maybe it'll be slightly advanced in the future, but we're not talking like light years away in the future or on space or anything like that. I think a lot of people are gravitating towards it, and the fact that this game is a game that is pretty much kind of like rehashing the whole Call of Duty scene, because like I said in another video many months ago, Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in 2007 was one of those games that just really set the Call of Duty series on fire. A lot of people liked it. That's when Call of Duty got super popular. I know this for a fact. It came out I think the same year that Halo 3 came out, and so many many fans were so excited for that. That was the first time Call of Duty really got modern. They really started trying more harder on Call of Duty, and that's where it really set fire. So I can see why so many people are hyped up for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but for it to be the most pre-ordered game of 2019 is absolutely nutty. I don't think anyone in their mom actually predicted this to be a thing. I certainly didn't think this was going to be a thing. I thought, oh, it's great, so many fans are excited for this next Call of Duty, but I did not expect so many fans to go nutty over this and so many people go out of their way to pre-order this. I think also what's happening with this is the fact that there's even gamers who don't normally go out of the way to buy Call of Duty are actually pre-ordering Call of Duty. Now again, you do have to keep your expectations a little bit you got to keep your expectations a little bit down when it comes to this list, because you do have to keep in mind, I don't know how many people nowadays are actually pre-ordering games. I don't know all the statistics, and I do know from year to year, a lot of people, when it comes to pre-ordering specifically, Call of Duty is always one of those games that people just drop $60 on months in advance. That's always been the case, at least with Call of Duty, but it's still very shocking to see that it's #1 on this list, and who would have actually thought Call of Duty would have beaten everything on that list? That's absolutely crazy. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out.